if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Evening, sir. Sorry. Early, aren't you, sir?
Yes, I just wanted to finish this new battle plan.
Oh, I see, yes.
Unfortunately, I had to rather rush my meal.
Oh, yes, what did you have tonight, sir?
Walton pie and treacle tart.
Oh, yes, really. It was a real mill, wasn't it, sir? Where did you get the treacle from, sir?
Well, it wasn't real treacle, really. It's just a new recipe that my wife's trying out.
Oh, yeah.
The pastry's made from potatoes, and the treacle was made from grated carrot and saccharine.
Oh. What did it taste like? Oh. Yeah, that's... a touch of indigestion, sir.
Yes, just a touch of flatulence.
Yes, well, perhaps you'd have one of these, sir.
Oh.
Sometimes they're quite helpful, you never know.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Calm Tums. For all tummy disorders. Also, combats air raid strain. What's air raid strain got to do with tummy?
Well, you know, sir, sometimes it can be rather embarrassing.
Yeah.
Why cliffs of Joe?
There we go.
Why cliffs of Joe? Evening, gentlemen. Evening,
Corporal.
Mr. Wilson.
Corporal.
Evening, Mr. Mandarin. What you taking there, sir? Cool, you shouldn't take those, sir.
Why not?
They'll keep you on the run, sir.
Really? I thought they had the opposite effect.
Well, you've got a touch of the flatulence, sir.
Oh, just a bit of indigestion,
This
yeah.
is what you want to have, sir. There you are. The old bicarbonate of soda.
Oh.
I always carry that bottle with me, you know. I got in the habit when I was in the Sudan. General Kitchener was very keen on it, you know, sir.
Really?
Yes, he was. Boys, he used to say, he always called us that, boys, keep your bayonet sharp and your bicarb handy. That'll stop you getting the wind up. He had a very dry, subtle sense of humour, you know, sir. I've carried that bottle for 45 years. Of course, it's a different lot in there now, as you can see.
Yes, well, thank you very much, Corporal. I think I'll be all right now.
If you fancy any of it, you just let me know.
I will, thank you, Corporal.
There won't be no trouble, sir.
Hello, it's going to be a wee bit crowded in this wee shop when the whole platoon gets here, isn't it, son?
Well, we'll just have to do the best we can, Fraser.
Don't you think we should remove the shop bell, sir? It's going to be a terrible nuisance.
A nuisance?
Yes.
Where's your imagination, Wilson? To stop the enemy from surprising us. We can't have all these bicycles in here. You can't swing a cat round. Tell them to get them outside,
Yes,
Sergeant.
look here, would you mind, all of you, just kindly taking your bicycle...
Oh, give it in the form of an order, please.
Sorry, sir.
All bicycles outside.
Right.
That applies to yours, too.
All right, shall I take your back out as well, sir?
What? Oh, no, on second thought, perhaps there's just room for two.
All right.
What's all this? You turning it into a second-hand bike shop? Evening, sir.
Corporal?
Here's your tin of treacle.
Oh. You'd have done with that earlier.
Where are all the men going, Mr. Manor? Is the parade over?
Of course it isn't, you stupid boy. It hasn't started yet. They're just putting their bicycles outside. Take yours outside, too.
Mum's not going to like me leaving my bike outside, Uncle Arthur. Might get pinched, mightn't it, Uncle?
All right, little Pike. Take your bike outside.
Go on, outside.
Saddle will get wet, won't it?
Never mind, just a second.
Corporal!
Yeah.
Fall the men in.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant, Jack, can I just have a word with you?
Okay, get ready. Come on.
Look, you really must stop young Pike from calling you Uncle Arthur in front of the men. It's very bad for discipline.
I'm sorry, sir, but it's really not my fault, you see. When he was a little boy, he used to call me something else, so... Mrs. Pike told him to call me Uncle. To stop him calling me something else.
What else did he used to call you?
Daddy.
What? Well, you're not his daddy, his father, are you?
Oh, good heavens, sir, of course I'm not, sir. Of course I'm not, no.
Oh, well, in future, he'd better address you by your proper rank when we're on parade.
All right, sir, right.
What are you doing, Corporal?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't realize the room was so small, sir.
Well, put them back.
Yes, sir. Up here.
Oh, pull yourself together, Jones.
Yes, sir. Close order. March. One, two.
Don't salt them out,
Yeah, all right, sir. Look, platoon, About turn.
Come out of
I'm
this.
sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Now, who's missing?
Godfrey, sir.
All right, just have to manage without him. Now, on the command fall out, I want you to gather around this blackboard. Right. Platoon, fall out!
All right, just sit down on the floor. Thanks. Out of my foot.
Sorry.
Come along now, quickly as you can. Settle down. Right, now pay attention. I've had orders from GHQ, which gives us our precise instructions in case the balloon goes up. And I've asked you to all parade here at the Novelty Rock Emporium because if an invasion comes, this will be our command post, our nerve center, as it were.
Who's in charge here?
Captain Mannering.
Oh, it's you again, is it? What are all them bikes doing outside?
They belong to members of my platoon.
I don't care who they belong to, get them shifted.
Don't think I like your tone.
Oh, you don't? Then I'll charge in a different tone. Get them shifted!
How's that? I think you're exceeding your authority.
Don't you realise them bikes can be used by enemy parachute troops?
Well, I'm fully aware of the situation, and I intend to deal with it.
Well, you better. Otherwise, I shall let your tyres down, mate.
Don't you lay so much as a finger on those machines. And now get out of my shop, my command post at once.
I'm going. But don't say I haven't warned you. And you and all. Go home.
Corporal!
Yes, sir.
Detail a man to look after those bicycles.
Yes, sir. Sponge, you nick outside and keep an eye on that bike. I'll tell you what, you fix Bennett's, and if that warden so much as lays a finger on them bikes, let him have it. Right up.
Right, Corporal.
You better lock the door, Corporal.
Yes, I will.
I don't want that warden trampling all over my platoon again. Now, as I was saying, in case of an invasion, this will be our plan.
Someone there, shall I let...
All right, I'll deal with this.
Yes.
I'll deal with this. Let me through there, will you please?
You make way for the officer.
Now, okay, if I really want... Oh, it's you.
Are you closed?
Why are you late, Godfrey?
I'm sorry, sir. I had a puncture. I had to walk.
Well, don't stand there. Come on inside. Lock the door again, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Godfrey.
Come on, Godfrey. Come on, Godfrey. Over here. It's not a sherry party. Come on.
All right, now settle down, quickly. Now, when the church bells ring, you will report at once to the Novelty Rock Emporium here.
There's someone at the door again, sir.
Oh, wait now. Now, we shall divide the platoon into two halves. I shall take charge of one half, and Sergeant Wilson will take charge of the other. One half will proceed then to the crossroads here, a mile up the road here. Now, these crossroads are a very vital strategic position. Remember, he who holds these crossroads holds Warmington-on-Sea. It will also be necessary to establish a machine gun post to cover these crossroads. And I think the ideal place is Godfrey's cottage up here. You don't mind that, do you, Godfrey?
Mind what, sir?
Haven't you been listening?
I'm sorry, it was my fault. I was talking.
I said you won't mind if we use your cottage as a machine gun post. You live there with your two sisters, don't you?
Oh, that's right, sir. Trouble is, they might be in bed when the invasion comes, and as they're a little hard of hearing, they wouldn't let us in.
You've got a key, haven't you?
No, sir, there's only one, and they've got it. They did promise me one some years ago, but nothing happened.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes, Corporal.
why don't we put the key under a flower pot?
That's a very good idea. You hear that, Godfrey? We'll arrange for it, will you? Now, we shall send out patrols from these two posts. And they will communicate with each other by means of runners.
What on earth?
Don't argue. Give me a pen. You've got a penny. I can't open the door.
It's locked, sir.
Well, come along, knocking. Quickly. Hurry up. Go. Oh, don't mess about.
I told him he shouldn't have taken them tablets.
Well, I think you've definitely got a point there, Mrs. Pike. I think we'll dispose of your Channel Tunnel shares.
I'm very grateful for your advice, Mr. Mannering. You see, being a widow, it isn't always easy to know what to do for the best.
No, I quite understand that, Mrs. Pike, but in my capacity as your bank manager, I'm always here to help.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mannering. You see, what I miss most is not having a man to look after. You've got a button missing, Arthur. Why didn't you tell me before you left this morning?
You sent for me, sir.
Yes, Wilson, those are the details of Mrs. Pike's shares that we want to sell.
Well, I must go to it. Mr. Wilson's coming to supper with me tonight. Aren't you, Arthur?
Well, not tonight, he's never afraid, Mrs. Pike. He's taking a party of 18 to the cinema at Eastgate.
Party of 18?
Oh, God.
Yes, it's a special showing for all Home Guard units of the film Next of Kin.
Next of kin? Oh, I've heard of that. You all going?
Well, all except me. I went last night. Took my wife and her 2 sisters.
Coast to Newcastle.
Anyway.
Goodbye then, Mr.
Bye.
Mannering.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, Arthur.
Well, I'm rather glad I'm not going to the cinema tonight with you. I've got a lot of work to do at HQ.
Yes.
I'll go now and leave you to lock up, Wilson. Oh,
right.
Mrs. Pike's left her gloves.
What?
Run after her with them.
Oh, that's good. Yes, of course.
I'd better put that deed box away in the vaults.
I got up there all right, sir. But... Where is he, for heaven's sake? He must have gone out by the back door, I suppose.
The rest of the staff have gone now. So, do you need me for anything else?
No, thank you, Pike. I don't think so. We haven't got much time, but the bus leaves in 15 minutes.
I can't understand why they're taking us to the pictures tonight. I can't.
Well, you see, GHQ want all units to see this film. You see, it deals with the effects of careless talk.
Who's in it, though?
Oh, they wouldn't say. I mean, I think there's Geoffrey Hibbert, some new boy. I'm not sure, but... What's that?
It's the church bells. It's a funny time for them to ring. Oh, somebody must be getting married, I suppose.
Good heavens. It's the invasion.
What? What are we going to do, Uncle Arthur?
Well, you can stop calling me Uncle Arthur for a start.
And I better get down to the Novelty Rock Emporium.
Yes, you do that, yes.
But what about the coach? We're supposed to be going to the pictures.
Well, we just have to go to the pictures another night, won't we? Now, don't get your respirator and your gas mask and your rifle. I'll try and do something. I'll lock up. That's what I'll do. Don't forget your uniform.
No.
All right?
But Anna better tell Mum we won't be home for supper then.
Is that you, Wilson? He hasn't wasted much time, has he? As soon as my back's turned, he mics off. Becoming a bit of a clock watcher, Wilson. I must talk to him tomorrow.
They're here, sir. They're here. We're on our way down to the Rock Emporium, sir.
You just happen to notice your bike outside from our bottom, sir.
Yes.
Come on, sir. There's not a minute to lose.
What are you talking about?
The church bells, sir. They've been ringing.
What? Where? I never heard them.
About 20 minutes ago. I was at home having my tea. I went straight round to collect Jones, and now we're on our way to the command post, sir.
But this is terrible. That coach will be half at Eastgate now. We've waited 6 months for this, and now when Hitler's at our throats, my platoon's at the pictures. Why aren't you there?
I was coupon counting, sir.
But, Commander, what are we going to do, sir? This means there's only 3 of us left to defend the whole town.
Yes, I know, Fraser. Let me think.
Don't you worry, sir. We'll fight to the last. That's what we'll do, sir. We'll fight to the last. If we run out of ammo, sir, we'll give them the old cold steel. They don't lock it up, if you know, sir. I can't help it, sir. If I get the smell of battle in my nostrils, it just gets me going, sir.
Put that away before you hurt somebody.
It's going to be a bit of a job, sir, defending the beach with only 3 men.
You're quite right, Fraser. We must face the facts. I don't believe that the 3 of us could actually stop them from landing. But we must change our plans. The commander in the field must always be flexible.
Yes.
We must make a snap decision.
Yes, sir.
Well, don't take too long, sir. They'll be here in a minute.
Now, this crossroads is the key position. 3 determined men could hold an army there, deny the enemy his axis of attack. If we can hold out for long enough there, it'll give our regular troops time to regroup for the counterattack. You see? Mind you, probably be the end of us, but we're ready for that, aren't we, men?
Of course.
Good show. Now, I think we'd better take this machine gun with us. Right.
I'll take this.
Grab a magazine, both of you.
I don't have any time for reading, sir.
The Godfrey's Cottage and the double.
Aye, sir.
Right.
Are you enjoying your nice piece of haddock, Charles?
Yes, thank you, Dolly.
Do you know, I had to queue up for 20 minutes this morning just for that little bit of fish.
Aren't you parading with the yeomanry tonight, Charles?
No, Sissy. It's my night for the clinic.
Oh, I see you are. Well, you better hurry up or you'll be late for the parade.
Now, don't rush him, Sissy. I'm sure he's time for another cup of tea and a piece of my upside-down cake.
Ah, that reminds me. Have a nice little word with that nice Mr. Walker tonight, will you, Charles? We need some more sugar.
I'm not going on parade tonight.
Oh, thank you, dear. I'm sure he'll get it for you.
Oh, what is it, Percy? Do you want your tea? What about a little bit of my upside-down cake? Here you are, dear. No, dear. It's not maggots. It's my upside-down cake.
May we come in, Miss Godfrey? This is an emergency.
Charles, dear, it's that very nice bank manager, Mr. Mannering. He's outside. He's brought a gun with him.
I wonder what he wants. Oh, come in, sir, come in.
What are you doing here, Godfrey? I thought you were out with the platoon at Eastgate.
It's my night at the clinic, sir.
Well, get your rifle and helmet. The invasion's on.
What invasion,
The
sir?
Germans, of course. Didn't you hear the church bells?
No, I'm afraid I didn't, sir.
Oh, well, we don't have to go into that now. We're setting up our machine gun post here. You've killed your sisters, haven't you?
No, it slipped my mind.
Oh, well, it's too late now. But in fact, good evening, Mr. Godfrey. Look, we'll put our machine gun up here, where we've got a nice, clear line of fire down
Sir,
the
do you mind if we put this doily underneath? It's rather a valuable table. It's
You know what we need, sir? We want a lot of sandbags round here, sir.
What about some cushions? Some cushions and pillows, sir.
That's a very good idea, Fraser. Search the house, see what we can find.
Charles,
Right,
don't
get
be
this
so
over here.
rude. Ask your friends to have some tea.
I don't think what just for the moment, sir.
Oh, is that nice Mr. Jones, the butcher from the high school?
Mr. Jones, would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, no, thank you, the Mrs. Godfrey. You see, the Germans are coming.
Yes, I know they are. So many coming for tea. I think I'll make some more. Oh, good afternoon. Sissy dear, there's a gentleman here selling pillows. I think we ought to buy some. They match the ones we have upstairs. Now, just wait here and my sister will attend to you.
Here we are, sir.
There we are, sir.
Well done, Fraser.
There you are, sir. There's the magazine, sir.
Where's your steel helmet?
Sir, in the confusion, I forgot all about it, sir.
You've got to have a steel helmet,
Yes,
man.
sir, yes, sir.
I have an idea, sir. What about this, sir?
Oh, well, thank you very much. Godfrey, but I don't think it's going to help much putting a flower pot on his head.
Oh, but it's not a flower pot, sir. It's a steel helmet, German helmet. I brought it back as a souvenir in 1918, sir.
Oh, all right. Better than nothing, I suppose. Thank you, Godfrey. Thank you. Sorry about your flowers, Godfrey. But this is Walt. Here, well, try that on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, excuse me, Mum. I don't know. Oh, that's all right, sir.
Now then.
What's the matter, Jones?
I've got a funny, cold, wriggly feeling in my spine, sir.
Well, pull yourself together, Corporal. You've been in action before.
I know, sir, but I never had a cold, wriggly feeling like this in my spine. Ah! Oh!
Well, if he will wear a flower pot on his head, what else can we expect?
It's a fine, grand field of fire, sir. They'll never get past.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, Corporal. These are not going to stop any bullets.
You're quite right, sir. Fraser, go and get these filled with something a bit harder. Go on.
Right.
Right. Now then. Yeah. Here we are. That's right.
Get. Oh, dear. You really must get a conditioning powder for Percy. He's molten.
What about this?
How many lumps?
How many lumps?
Put the lot in.
Right.
Don't like it, Walker. Don't like it at all. Too quiet.
It's funny you should say those words like that, Sergeant.
Oh, really? Why?
Well, that's what the sergeant always says in them Western films.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, the cavalry patrols trotting along and then they stop and the officer looks through his field glasses and then suddenly the sergeant says, I don't like it, sir. It's too quiet.
Uh-huh. What happens then?
He gets a dirty big adder. Boom, right. Mind you, sometimes it's the officer who says, I don't like it, it's too quiet.
I see, yeah.
Sergeant still gets the adder, though.
All right. You never do things so much, you see.
Hello, it's Spikey.
Where's the Lewis gun?
It wasn't there, sir.
What do you mean it wasn't there?
Oh, we went back to the church hall, like you said, to get it, and when we got there, the cupboard was bare.
Perhaps the Germans have got it, Sergeant.
Well, they wouldn't know where it was, Walker, for heaven's sake. How could they? And I can't understand what's happened to Captain Mannering and the rest of the platoon.
Mr. Fraser was the Lewis gunner, sir. Wherever he's gone, perhaps they got the gun with him.
If he's gone where I think he's gone, son, he won't need no gun.
Yeah. Would you go and stand somewhere else, please? It's really getting on my nerves.
Well, there's nowhere else I can stand. I mean, the place is full of bikes, isn't it?
Uncle Arthur,
That's what?
do you think anything has happened to Mr. Mannering and the rest?
No, of course it
Well,
hasn't.
why aren't they here then? I mean, it was Mr. Mannering himself. He said, if you hear the church bells, go to the Novelty Rock Emporium, and he's not here.
Piker, could you please stop talking for just a minute? I can't think, you see. It's awfully difficult when you go on like that.
Uncle Arthur,
What?
I ain't half hungry.
Well, you're a silly. Why didn't you bring your sandwiches with you? You knew we were all going over to Eastgate.
Well, I was going to have an ice cream in the pictures and have my supper when we got home.
I'm sorry, Pike, dear. It's your luck out. You know, there's stupid going on like that. I told you all about that before.
Uncle Sergeant?
What is it now?
Well, if anything has happened to Mr. Mannering, will they make you the bank manager?
I haven't thought about that.
And if they make you the bank manager, you could make me the chief clerk, couldn't you?
Yes, possibly,
Sergeant,
yes.
Sergeant, look what I found down in the cellar. They must have been there since before the war. Sticks of rock. Here, I thought the fellas looked in need of a bit of nourishment. Do you mind if I hand them out?
That's all right, Walker, all right. You do that.
Righto, lads, get your sticks of rock here. Tanner each.
Let's have them.
Here you go. Warming and on sea, stamped all the way through. There you go.
Yeah, this has got Clapton stamped on it.
What do you want for a Tanner, son? Ashby de la Zeus?
Heaven's sake, what are you doing? What are you playing at? For heaven's sake, man, you're not taking money for that stuff, are you?
Well, they forced it on me, Sergeant.
Well, give it back at once.
Oh, all right. Do you want a stick?
That's just about the last thing that I require at the moment. God, keep on waiting like this for Captain Mannering. You've been here for nearly 2 hours. Now, look, we'd better carry out the battle plan on our own. Now, Walker, Pike, get your things together. We're going to set up another establishment at Godfrey's Cottage. Right, now, Sponge, where is Sponge? You'll be in charge here. Now, wait there for half an hour and then set a patrol to me at, Godfrey's Cottage. All right?
Right, Sergeant.
All right.
Can't bring the stick of rock with me, Uncle.
You cannot. Put it away, for heaven's sake. Now, come on.
I don't like it, Captain Mannering. It's too quiet.
You see anything?
No, thanks. It'll be dark soon.
Wonder where the rest of the platoon is.
Very likely they'll have to leave the coach and come back on foot, sir. All civilian vehicles must be put out of action during an invasion alarm, sir.
In that case, they could be away for hours. Godfrey, do you think perhaps you could keep that bird quiet?
Mr. Stick.
Yes, Paul.
Could I go outside for a minute, sir?
Oh, yes, all right.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, wait. I'll cover you.
Right.
If you ask me, I don't think there's anybody at home.
Hey, maybe Godfrey's sisters are in bed, Sergeant.
Shall I go around the front and get the key from under the flower pot, sir?
No, wait a minute. I don't like it, Walker, you know. I don't like it. It's too quiet.
That's... Sounded like what's his name?
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
You know, that's...
Yes.
Hey, Sarge!
What?
Look over there, Sarge.
Over where?
There's a German soldier coming out of that shed. Look at his helmet. Blimey, he's right.
Come on. Come on, in here. Scan.
Hang on. Don't you think we ought to wait for Spongy and the rest of the platoon?
No, it's too late now. Take in. Part.
Noise, dear.
I don't know, dear, and I don't like to interrupt them.
Where did those shots come from?
From the summer house.
Yes, it's very nice, sir. It revolves. You can turn it round the direction which way the sun is shining.
But the sun's not shining.
No, shut up, Joe. You got the range?
Aye, sir. Did we get him, Sergeant?
I've absolutely no idea. Now, just keep under cover.
Fire!
We'd better clear the table, dear. Now, you take the tray into the kitchen.
No, dear, don't disturb them.
All right, dear. I'll shake the cloth upstairs from the bedroom window.
God blimey, Joe, what are they using?
I mean, the cottage has disappeared.
I have a feeling we're facing the wrong way.
Well, I can move us round like this.
No, don't do that, no.
Well, what are we going to do then?
Oh, we don't have to. I think the best thing is to get into a rather safer position. Right, just follow me. Keep low on the ground. Very awkward.
Hey, Sergeant, look! What? They're waving a dirty great white cloth out of the window. They're surrendering. You better go in and accept it, Sergeant.
No, Walker. No. I think perhaps you better go. I'd better stay here, you know, keep an eye on things.
Don't you think Spikey ought to go?
Me? Well, you're the oldest, aren't you, Uncle Sergeant?
No. All right, we'll all go. We'll all go together. Come on.
All right.
Captain Mallory!
Yes?
They're surrendering! 3 of them have come out with hankies tied to the rifles, look!
Well done, men. We showed them, eh? Step, watch it up. They may be up to their Nazi tricks. I'm going to make them come right inside. Cover the door, Fraser. Put the light on.
Roger.
So we can see them. Come and see here.
Germans, all right. Now, you come and see here. Come and see here at once. Good luck. Sam.
Killed us.
Well, you might have killed us.
Come inside, Ross.
Right.
I'm very disappointed in you, Sergeant.
Well,
You should have fought to the last man.
we thought you were Nazis.
That's nothing to do with it. You should have kept on firing.
We might have killed you.
That's not the point. You had no business to give in.
What? But you gave in first.
Yes. What? Yes, we didn't know such thing.
Right, I'm going to book the lot of you for flagrant disregard of blackout regulations.
Oh, all right, get on with it. Now, listen, Sergeant, for the last time, I did not surrender. Nothing in the world would ever induce me to surrender.
Now, look here, sir. I surrender.
Get down!
What the devil's that?
It's Spongy with the rest of the platoon.
Well, get a white flag out of the window, quickly!